Coaches, I wanted to do a quick tutorial to explain to you guys how to use Wufoo, the survey format that I use. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in Wufoo, WUFOO.com, and basically you're going to get this page. So I pay for my membership. There is a sign up for free, so if you click on this, you'll see that this will pop up. It'll ask you to create an email. It'll ask you for your email address. It'll ask you for a password, and it'll ask you for an account URL. What this is asking for is just the nickname that you want it to put as this first part of the dot. So basically for me right here, for example, it says healthyerdoc.wufoo.com. So you could put your name, you could put whatever the name of your team is that you're creating, and then what you'll do is you'll create the account. So for the plan that's free, you're allowed 3 forms and you're allowed 100 entries a month. And so this is always free. And so this is something to definitely, consider. And again, it only allows you about 100, 100 entries per month and the ability to use 3 forms. So let me go back. So I'm going to sign in so I can show you how you create a form. So this is how your sign in looks, and you're going to log in. And so what you're going to want to do is, see, I have 3 forms here. What you're going to want to do is, it'll look like this, and you're going to want to create a new form. So a couple of reasons why you want to use a survey. It helps you, filter out the people who are not so serious. So let's say you put out a post and you say, hey guys, I have my free clean eating challenge. If you're interested in my free clean eating challenge, please, message me or please fill out my survey. Or if you talk about like a challenge group on your business page or on your personal page, or let's say somebody messages you when they're interested, you could say, great, I'm super excited that you're interested. Let me learn a little bit more about you. Could you please fill out this survey? So I have I have 4 surveys here that you can see. For my clean eating challenge, the one right now that I've been using, I'll show you right now what it looks like, and then I'll show you how to create this. But it's very simple to use and easy. So basically, all I did was just ask them for their name, their face, and I made these mandatory. I asked them for their Facebook name, I asked them for their email, and I asked them for their phone number. The phone number I do not make mandatory. And then I also say, because this form is being shared by both Luke and I have who referred you. And then I just ask just quick questions. What are your health and fitness goals? Why is it important for you to reach these goals? And you can ask any question you want, but I do think that the questions that you should ask are definitely, what are your health and fitness goals and why it's important to you? You don't have to ask about the check all that applies to your health. You don't have to ask if they've tried Shakeology. I do think you should ask, do you have a Beachbody coach that you currently work with? I said no. I give them different options. And then another good question that's really important to ask is, what is the best way to reach you? Because sometimes some people prefer email or text. And so I say Facebook, text, and I say if you do say text, please put your number above. I say, and also email. And so I've had a lot of people who prefer to talk via email. And then another good question is, after the free challenge, and this right here is starting to plant a seed for your free challengers. After the free challenge, would you be interested in learning more about one of our private fitness challenges that come with both an at-home workout program and a month's supply of Shakeology? And I had them, these were the ones that I chose these. I made these up. Absolutely, I need to hit my 2015 goals. Maybe I need more information. No, I'm not interested at this time. So this was just for my clean eating challenge that we did. For my New Year, New You, which is for the challenge groups, when someone is interested in a challenge group, or I run an ad on Facebook for a challenge group, I have them fill out this survey. And so for that survey, it's very similar to the clean eating group, but it's name, Facebook name, email, what are your health and fitness goals, are you ready to change your life? One of the most, and I asked this, again, asking them why do they want to be a part of this group. And then here, again, what is the best way to reach them? And so that's pretty much how I do it. So to make a form, basically what you want to do, so there's 2 ways you can do it. So let's say I wanted to make a form that was similar to one of these, all I have to do is press, duplicate here, and it'll create a form that looks very simple, that looks very similar to the other one. And so it'll be, where is it? It'll be right here. And it basically creates a duplicate copy. So that's pretty cool that it does that. Another way to do it is to create a new form. So you create a new form, and this is how it looks. And so basically what you'll do is you'll title your form. So let's say we'll do a quick one right here. So let's say we're going to title it. You double click on this and you say Clean Eating Challenge. You can make a little blurb. Thank you so much for wanting to be a part of my challenge. You can say things like, I'm so excited to help you. You could tell them a little bit about yourself, however you would like. So then, you go back, that was under form settings, you then go back to add a field. So there's different types of questions you can ask. You can ask a single line text. So this is typically what I use for, for like name. So this is just saying, okay, I'm gonna ask them for their name. Great. And so then if you want to make it required, you have to make sure under options you click required. So then I want to add another field. And so let's say you wanted to give them a multiple choice. You would click here and you can say, have you tried Shakeology? And then you can choose here what it's going to say. So we'll say yes and no. We'll make this really simple for the tutorial. Let's say you wanted to get rid of this line, you just click the remove, and if you wanted to add another line, you just click add. So remove, add. So that's one thing you can do, and again, you want to make it required. So now you want to add another field. So let's say you want checkboxes. Let's say you don't want them to choose just one, you want them to have checkboxes. So then you could say, let's see, how is your nutrition? Let's say, I don't know, these are just different questions I'm thinking about. You can say horrible, super healthy. You could say I love carbs. You can say, you could say I love carbs. You can say I love sweets, but you get the idea. So this is the type that if you want them to be able to check mark a couple different ones, while the multiple choice is that they're only going to be able to choose one of them. So again, if you want to make that required, you press required. And then if you want to add field, now let's say you want them to be able to write a little bit more information. So, why do you want to lose weight? Why is this important to you? Okay, so you would just add that, and then you can make this required and whatnot. So if you can add a field, so great. Let's say, okay, and so you can do a bunch of, you have your drop down. You can have a drop down option, multiple choice, paragraph. Again, you can also do a rating. That's pretty cool. You could say like, how, 1 to 5. 1 to 5. How badly do you want to lose weight? And, sorry, I can't type. And then you can just kind of make this required. So then once you're done, so I'm just going to change to clean eating. I'm going to put this as sample just so I know I can delete it after. So then when you're done, you just save your form. And so what it'll say is that, do you want to set up email notifications for this form? And so email notifications, meaning like where do you want Wufoo to let you know when someone fills this out, they'll send it to your email so that you know someone filled it out. And then if you want, once you're finished, you take it back to the form manager. So this was the survey that I just made, the Clean Eating Challenge sample. So now let's say you want to share this. You want the link. So again, all I did was I clicked on Clean Eating Challenge sample, and under here there's going to be the share. You can always come back and edit the file or edit the survey, and then you can look at your entries here. And so if you go to share, it's going to give you the link. So this is the link that I typically, you can use a short link to your form. You just copy and paste this into your Facebook or copy and paste this into your Messenger if you're giving it to somebody. And then you can also, if you have a website, you can also embed this into your website. What I tend to do is I tend to shorten my links by using bit.ly.com. So what I do is I copy that, and then I will go to www.bitly.com, bitly.com, and this is a really cool option too, because what you can do is you can paste a URL here, and what they'll do is they will shorten it over here, and you can see that they're shortening it, and you can just use this this URL that they create, or you can customize it. So you could say like clean eating with Steph, and then copy that and save it. So that's one of the really nice things, and that's how you can either shorten it or customize your URL. So let me get out of here. So going back to the Wufoo form. So that is how you basically will find it. You basically will share it. And so then what will happen that in terms of how you'll know when people have filled it out, like already this is telling me today I've had 11 people fill out this 5-day clean eating challenge form, and 2 people have filled it out today. So if I wanted to look at the entries for this, I go to entries, and it'll pop up down here the entries. I have all these people who have filled it out. And so another way that I will show you is that when they do fill it out, you also will get an email. So as you can see, I have all these emails right here alerting me that people have filled out the survey. And so, for example, I have this person right here, and basically I have all the information right here of what I asked them. And so then that's kind of like, and so once I reply to this Wufoo, like once I reply to this for my own personal organization, I put a little star here so that I know that I replied to them. So I hope you find this helpful. I use Wufoo. I pay for it. I pay $14 because I have about 10 forms, and so I use it. And I have sometimes I have more than 100 people who end up filling this out a month at the moment. So that's why I pay for it. But this is a great website for you to use, and I hope that you found this helpful. Thank you.